What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about Dragon Age, Dreadwolf, and the Game Awards. I wanted to have this be the game that kind of starts off my prediction series, where we're going to talk about whether or not several games will appear at the Game Awards 2023. I think Dragon Age makes a lot of sense, and I think it all comes down to the rumored release year being 2024. Now, there's constantly kind of things going on in the background that goes back and forth between 2024 and 2025. But I also want to bring in Jeff Keighley to discuss, if this game would be at the Game Awards. You got to look at the history there, and I think there is plenty of history, and I really think the Game Awards makes a ton of sense. Obviously, you can, of course, make this case for, I'm sure, plenty of games, and I'm sure we'll do that as these videos and as these next 3 weeks go. But I think Dragon Age really makes a lot of sense. So a couple of things to keep in mind. Let's start with the history. You got their appearance at Jeff Keighley events multiple times, plural, not once. Not I think closing in on 3 or 4 times as Dragon Age, maybe 3 times. Dragon Age Dreadwolf has been either at a Gamescom or a Summer Game Fest or the Game Awards. It constantly appears, okay? I really think they got a good working relationship, and not just the history with, I guess there's a history with EA and there's a history with BioWare. There's also the history with Dragon Age, obviously, encompassing all of that. But how about Mass Effect? A couple of years back, you get the Mass Effect reveal at the Game Awards. The Game Awards, I do think, is an ideal place for BioWare to show stuff, okay? So I think from a history perspective, the amount of times that Jeff has been connected and outright shown things for, BioWare games, let's just say in general, I think it makes a ton of sense. However, the thing that really, sprung me off this is there was actually a thing a few days ago where there was another kind of leak. It was a worker that worked on Dreadwolf that on their profile said that the game was coming out in 2024. Now, we've heard a lot of rumors, and we've also heard, I guess, some things specifically from BioWare in terms of like where the production's at with Dragon Age, and it certainly sounds like it's at the end. It really is. You have the rumors from, like, say, Jeff Grubb being, I think, probably the number one culprit in terms of when this game would come out, and it's always seemed to be, at least recently, I think it's changed maybe like 5, 6, 7 months ago, but the latest we've heard is probably late 2024, fall of 2024. I think it works. I think, yes, you could hold off on it, and I probably have brought this up other times we talked about Dragon Age. The response to that, what I would say in like an angry fashion, for a game that comes out potentially, say, like a year from now, right? And I feel good about this game. I think it can go wrong for sure, and they're definitely in a prove it mode. Okay, BioWare, I don't think should just immediately get people's trust. I think they got to earn that, especially after a lot of the stuff they've pulled in recent years. So, with all those things considered, I think this game can be extremely good. I hope it's extremely good. However, and this has been a thing that the internet has said as well, they've been very secretive, and I get it. You don't want to show it too early, and depends on the game, too. Mass Effect versus Dragon Age. Mass Effect are being very, very secretive, but Dragon Age is first. Dragon Age comes out potentially in a year from now, and we have like a minute, and it's not, I wouldn't even consider it footage, right? We have yet to see the game itself show a 2-minute trailer. 2-minute trailer. Show some, voice work going on, show some cinematics. Maybe, I doubt you'd show gameplay. That's probably like a maybe middle of next year kind of thing where you'd really delve deep into what this game is going to look like. There was that leak that did show how the game is going to play. In case you're wondering what the game may look like, you can kind of look it up if you want. But, I think just a 2-minute thing, just showing off the game. We got the title, sure, but I think we need a little bit of footage, especially if this game is at this point, or not even maybe this point, by the time the Game Awards comes around, less than a year away. And when you do think about it, with EA, with BioWare, there could be a reason they choose Jeff Keighley things, and they don't really do their own thing. It's been a while since, EA Play, is that what it was called? Remember back in like the E3 days playing Star Wars Battlefront 2 and all that stuff, but it's been a very long time since we've had that. So, yeah, when it comes to BioWare, you got like N7 Day for Mass Effect, like that's your chance and everybody's paying attention. But for Dragon Age, there's maybe a reason why 3-4 times now you've done Jeff Keighley shows. It's because you don't, that's not even a negative. That's actually more towards why I believe it's going to happen. They don't really do their own thing. Eventually, you're going to have to do a deep dive, or maybe you partner with somebody, a PlayStation or Xbox, and do a state of play or Xbox showcase, whatever, and show Dragon Age. But until then, I think this is a good opportunity to do it. And if it doesn't appear here, I guess it's not like the sky is falling kind of thing. I wouldn't freak out too much, but I really think it makes sense. And I'm sure this is the first game that popped into my head, again, to make like a video. Once I go down the line, I still feel kind of confident that even though I'm sure I'm going to come up with other games that would also make sense, I don't think there's another game that's got that like closeness of when it's releasing, the timeliness of this all, the connection to Jeff Keighley, right? Like, it's so much, I think, works to Dragon Age's favor here that I do think it makes a lot of sense for Jeff to show it at the Game Awards. So that's my speculation, my prediction, but I want to go with it. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel, bell icon turned on, and I hope to see you all on the next one.